y'all. Hey, so it's only 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just now wrapping up, finishing my pictures and photos or whatever that I had to do because I just could not see myself going into another day having to deal with this. I was like, let me just get this all done today, tonight, and put this to rest. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and share a story about like how is bread like started. Funny enough, well, you all know, well, I spoke about how I been in the hospitality industry 10 years, maybe 15 years plus now. I stopped keeping count, but yeah, it's basically been my entire life. I've done other things alongside it, but my heart has always been in restaurants, and I was a big foodie, so I just like to eat. Like it was just in me. I've done everything literally from the back of the house to the front of the house, and I just really, really just love the atmosphere and the chaos that comes with it, the organized chaos that comes with it. Yeah, it's like a high. But moving forward, I when I got pregnant with my son, I remember praying saying that I didn't want to work until my son was 4 years old. And even with that being said, by the time he turned like 15 months, I went to school. I started this like little program that they had through my community college. It was free and it had to do with my field. So I was like, it doesn't hurt to take, 4 months to get some certifications and, free education. So I took advantage of that. And so when I was out and about, meeting people and stuff, so I tried to go back to one of my old positions. Things did not work out. That was at a restaurant, I think Fridays or something like that. And it didn't really work out. And but I did pick up another like job. It's like a temp where you basically just like they send you a text message like yes or no. Do you want to come or not? You just say yes or no. So it wasn't something that was consistent. Like I had to show up and stuff every single day. It's just like basically when you want to, when you don't want to, you can do it. And I'm still actually, well, I'm about to get into something else. But anyway, so I did that, and that was for like big events. So I would bartend or serve for like weddings, bar mitzvahs, or charity events like at convention halls and all that stuff. Like I did a lot, just bouncing around or whatever. So that kept me active and engaged for quite some time while I'm quote unquote, on break. But during that time, I actually had become an author, an unpublished author. I think I mentioned that as well before. And I had wrote my first book. And so I thought like restaurants, like I thought I was probably still on one, but it would be years and years and stuff down the line. So fast forward to like a week before my son's 4th birthday, not even thinking about what I had prayed for. I just so happened to be in the area with the restaurant that I used to work at, my first restaurant that I used to work at out of what high school or whatever. But this was a new location because they were expanding. And I just so happened to go over there. The guy that was the manager there, he worked with me at the other location. So we're saying hi, hi, hi. And something was just like, ask that man, see if they hire. Of course, I was going in there for management because of my experience. And he was like, yeah, pretty sure you should be able to, but it might take some time because they would have to talk to the owner or whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure. So he was like, why don't you just come in and do some work around the restaurant and until that time comes. I was like, okay, cool. By the time my son, of course, is going to school, so why not? So I remember going in with the mindset, okay, I'm gonna get this 6 months, but in 6 months, if I don't hear nothing, if they ain't budging, then I'm out. So 6 months from April is October. So I remember like pushing, trying to see what's going on, asking questions, trying to gauge what's going on. Things was kind of looking funny a little bit. So I, since I've been out and working and making money, I started enjoying it. I applied for MGM because they paid really well. So yeah, I started going there, went through the orientation, started working there. My job, they was aware of it, and I let them know up front like everything that I was doing and going on. But I still went through it. They got them talking or whatever. But my birthday's in October, and I ended up going out with some sisters here. And then later on that evening, I went out with some old friends or whatever. And that night, I ended up getting into a really, really, really bad car accident. And yeah, my car got messed up really, really bad. So just imagine like what happened. No airbags or anything came out, but I took a very hard hit to my chest. I even still got like a bruise and everything's still there. And I remember being unconscious for some time, but I don't know, I was able to somehow be able to park my car into the lot next to wherever I was at. And I was only like 5 minutes from my house at the time, so I was able to, again, somehow find my phone, call my mom, to my mom come get me. Got my mom came, my parents too, like, that's one thing, like, they never, like came down, like, hard on me about stuff. Like, you know, they allowed me to make mistakes and trusted that I would learn from the mistakes to not put myself in that position again. And yeah, they always like, yeah, I thank her for that. Like, you know, she didn't go crazy. She just came and got me, just like, you know, made sure I was okay and stuff, and you know, just helped me through it. So yeah, so basically that happened. The next day, like, just so happened to be one of the Lord's feast days, which is the 8th day feast, and that's the last feast day of the Lord's like calendar year. So I was like, I'm still going. Last time my son is in school, so I was like, okay, he's gone for the day. I can handle my business, get what I need to get done, to get the rental car, go to the store, so I can still go to the sister's house so that we can cook or whatever for the feast. And so I just act like nothing happened, just kept on going. I was just like, whatever, I'm still here, and I'll keep going and keep moving. Got to the feast, and we're eating, got to dessert, and the original recipe is what, you know, I'm just eating left and right. Like, trying not to eat all of it because it's just that daggone good. And I'm like, I don't even like chocolate. I'm like, what is this thing? And it wasn't something that you can just find. It's not something that you can just find in the grocery store. So when I'm sitting there eating, I'm like, dang, I'm trying to have this thing in Costco like tomorrow. And everybody sitting at the table, they just looking at me, they like, and I'm like, I'm so serious. Like, y'all think I'm playing. I'm not. Fast forward, took me to, oh, and so then moving forward, so then moving forward to like a week later, because it's my birthday. So I took a staycation with me and my son, and this was my time to think about, okay, what is it that I'm going to do? Because you know, I have options. What is it that I'm going to do? What career path or what road am I about to take, basically? Since I had my job, MGM, now all of a sudden I got this business venture, and then another business venture with the owner of the company that I was working for, the restaurant that I was working for when I was a teenager. I hope y'all caught that. So I got a lot going on. 6 months, I'm trying to figure out if they're going to move me up or not. And I'm on vacation, enjoying myself. And I had to really weigh out, you know, my options. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna drop the new business venture from the working with the owner. Then I was like, I need to start working on my business, but I'm just getting started. So I was like, I'm gonna keep, since they decided to move me into manager, I'm gonna keep the manager job because it gives you a little bit more freedom. And I'm trying to keep the MGM job, but I'm just gonna keep it limited. I was only able to do that for like 2 months because that started getting in the way, so I dropped that. I kept the manager position because I was able to work on my business at my job because, you know, managers, you don't have to really be busy all day. So I had time to work on my business at work, and I just took advantage of it. Next thing you know, what was that? I think February, and think of y'all, I started the whole business, like made my logo, website, everything, and I had never made the product. I had never made it before. I just knew, okay, I knew it was good. I know how to cook. I can figure it out, and it's gonna be bomb, and I'm gonna be able to do it, and it's gonna be a whole business. Did it. So like 4 months later, I finally made the product for the first time. One of the sisters, shout out to her, shout out to Alexis, she opened up her kitchen to me, and she stayed up all night with me, just like kind of like how I just did tonight. And she just helped me through it, like experiment different flavors, things that I wanted to try and do. And she really, yeah, she was really there for me. And yeah, and that's basically how it started. And I'm still here today, praise God. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Even though I know just what the other day I was talking about, like that's a part of it. You know, you be, it's just emotions. But if, trust me, if I really honestly and truly didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have still be here today. I wouldn't keep up, keep waking up every day with it on my mind. And yeah, I'm still here for a reason. And the last thing I ever thought I would ever do or be is a chocolatier. Always, just because it's different levels when it comes to culinary. Like it's all different. Like it's not the same. So I just knew like this would be more precise. And you know, once it's done, it's very hard to go back and correct it. Like you literally will have to start over from scratch. Like it's a lot more detailed, and you got to be a lot more patient. And yeah, it really pushed me out my comfort zone. But all praise and glory be unto God, because it helped me grow, and I'm not afraid to grow, experience failure. Let me say that I'm not afraid to. And yeah, it put me in a position where, like how I told you, how I walk into the restaurant, and you know, in a month in, I'm able to just be in there all over the place and just dominating the space. This showed me that no, no, you cannot. You like this is God. This is my confidence right here. Like this is not all me. I don't know how. And yeah, that I'm grateful for that, because I could easily think that, you know, I'm doing everything on my own, and that is not the case by far. So yeah, it is early late, and I need to go finish cleaning up, get myself cleaned up, and try to get some rest before I need to be able to do my website today. Get that finished and done.